in my fucking 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
40s, 50s, I don't think I'm gonna be in Los Angeles anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna have to like be in a place that's not this,
Yeah.
you know? But who knows what Los Angeles will be by the time we're forced due to climate change.
Yeah. Who really knows?
You know? Like, we'll see. Because it's like
Not me.
a lot of
I
things.
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
We're in the studio today for another episode of Baroque Girls, and we have our friend Yamini. What are we talking about today, Yamini?
We're talking about weird men who have unhealthy, sometimes illegal kinks. The newest renewable energy source. It's not what you think.
It's not what you think.
It's not what you think.
And we're giggling.
We're giggling.
We're giggling.
A ton. We have Yamini, our great friend, actress, comedian, just all around great person.
Great person, spectacular person. Thank
These
you
are
so much
all.
for being
She's
here.
a triple, quadruple threat. Great person, actress, comedian, good friend, dog mom.
Dog mom.
You know.
Yep.
Yep. Shout out to
Dog
your
MILF.
Dog MILF.
Ooh, okay. I know that's right.
Yeah.
Bisexual queen.
Yep. Wow.
Legend.
A legend. Icon. Icon.
Yeah.
Keep
How
them
are you
coming.
doing? How are you doing, Yamini?
I'm doing all right.
That's fantastic.
You
What
just
been
got
up
back
to
in
this week?
time. Yeah.
You just got back in time?
Sorry.
I was like, what? A time traveler.
Just got
Another
back
thing,
in time.
Yamini.
She's also a time traveler.
Another thing, Yamini.
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Wow.
Just got back in town,
Where'd
which
you
is
go? Where were you
exciting.
at?
I was in the Caribbean.
Wow.
It was my first real like vacation. Where I
Incredible.
didn't do work in a long time.
That's incredible.
I don't know since when, but a long time. My friend's family has a villa
Of course.
Mm.
They
by
do.
the ocean.
Amazing.
Wow.
And so he took a few of us, like 8 of us.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, Xavier was also there.
Wow.
Wow. Miss Xavier to death. Shout out to Xavier.
He's back now as well. We all got back in last
Wow.
night. So
That's so
You
cute.
back in LA?
yeah.
For like permanently? Oh, I forgot. I forgot that was not
I
true.
told him,
Yeah,
I
you
was
told
like-
me. You told me that
I
that
told
wasn't
him,
true.
I was like, yeah, people are telling me that you're leaving town. He's like, yeah, I just decided that, Murfreesboro, Tennessee is the right place to grow my career.
yeah, I was like, that's like wild. That's the because you remember when I thought it happened,
Yeah.
and I was like, what?
I know.
I was like,
Damn,
is he
this
sure?
sucks.
Is
Like,
he sure? Like,
Only
this-
just got to meet
he
him.
just
Like,
got
now
to
he's
meet him.
gone.
Now he's gone.
Like,
I'm like, oh my god. Okay, thank God.
yeah,
he's back.
Xavier's
Yeah.
great.
Jesus
but-
Christ. That's amen.
Also, Joseph's family has a villa.
Mm-hmm.
So need to become friends with Joseph.
Yeah. Befriending
if he's looking for any more
Joseph
friends.
Era. Befriending
Um,
Joseph. Era.
yeah, 2023.
I'm sure he's looking for friends.
Oh, that's
Okay,
incredible.
amazing.
How was the
He
time? in the
doesn't
airport?
like a lot of the white people in Silver Lake, so I
Okay.
think you already have a leg up.
I think-
People always would spot Penn Badgley in the Silver Lake Air One after.
Really?
Yeah,
after you.
Penn Badgley.
I'm so excited for the next. I love you.
Mm.
Whoa.
I love you guys.
Oh, love
I
you.
love you guys.
Oh my
But I also love
God.
the show You.
Yeah.
It's like a guilty pleasure, and I'm so excited for the 4th season.
Incredible.
Apparently, this is not a spoiler because they like announced
They
it.
announced it, which was
Which
weird.
was like annoying. They shouldn't have
They
announced
shouldn't
it,
have
but they
announced
did.
it.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna say it. In the new season, Penn Badgley's the one who's gonna get stalked,
Yeah. I think
which is interesting.
I think that's very interesting. I kind of feel like that's not the twist since they announced
It's definitely not the twist.
It's definitely not the twist.
But it's like I kind of wish I would have like discovered
Yeah,
that.
it would've been
watching
cool.
it would have been fun.
I have only seen bits and pieces of You through my roommate Joseph watching it.
Mhm.
Wow.
It feels a little too much like real life,
It's really
enjoy
real.
it.
That's why I can't watch it. I'm
It's
like, I'm
really
not watching
real.
shit about serial killers. That's why I didn't watch Dexter either.
It's like it's real, but it's different. I hate true crime because I'm
Yeah.
like already an extremely paranoid person
Right.
as is. Like the whole Idaho murder thing. Like I can't watch anything about it on my timeline.
I
I'll
don't
just
even
like
know
freak
what that
out.
is.
Good.
Great. That's fantastic.
Yeah, but this show I think is done slightly like if you watch all of it, it's done like slightly differently where
Okay.
it doesn't like give you the heebie-jeebies.
Sure.
Um,
I'm just.
I don't
very-
know. The
I
2
don't know.
episodes I've like watched from afar gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Right.
But I think it's just the like stalking,
It's
like
so-
hot man stalker thing.
yeah.
The only crime-esque show I can watch is Only Murders in the Building.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I
wanna
haven't
watch Only
seen,
Murders
but
in
it
the
looks
Building.
good.
Damn, it looks great.
It's fun. I think Steve Martin and Martin Short have an amazing chemistry, and
Mhm.
Selena Gomez is a fun like little addition to
Yeah, it's so
their-
fun that she's in that.
It's a
so
really
fun
good
that she's
cast.
In
Yeah, the
there.
cast
It's
is
so
really
fun that, and
fun.
I love Selena Gomez. Like Selena Gomez from since
Yeah.
Wizards of Waverly Place has had my heart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just like there's something about her energy.
Yeah.
And she's
you
a
know,
little
her
gay in
vibe.
Only Murders, so
Wow.
I
Alright.
support everything Selena does.
Come
I
on.
support everything Selena Gomez does. I wish her the best in her
Shout out
happiness.
Selena Gomez.
I also
Shout out.
always
I love seeing
thought that
her
she
win.
should act and not well, not like not sing, but she should be an
Yeah.
actor, not a singer.
Right.
You know?
I supported her music. And
I
that
supported
was a-
the
that was a
fuck out
tough
of her
time.
music.
Yeah, it was
That a
hard.
tough
It was
I
hard.
did.
So it was nice to
yeah.
see her back on the screen.
Now,
Yes.
and I say that, and I don't want her to be discouraged from singing. She's not gonna say this, but if she did, I don't want her to be discouraged from singing. 'Cause
But
she's a
we're
good
just
singer.
encouraging you to
I'm
act.
just like, your acting is very good, and
It's
I
phenomenal. You have
love
a great-
it. I really love your acting.
yeah, sensibility about you, you know.
Yes.
Like,
She's got that
Her
kind of
comedic timing.
Aubrey Plaza deadpan.
Yes.
Yeah.
thing.
Her comedic timing, I think, is just so
Yeah.
incredible. I think I've just like, it was just like, I loved, I was bumping Selena Gomez in the scene.
I was
Bumping Selena Gomez in the scene now.
yeah.
I'll tell you that.
It was the
that truth.
time. Like, I
Yeah.
want you to know.
Those songs
baby,
are really good.
I love you like a love song, baby. That song is
That
fucking
song's so
tough.
good. It like chills.
That song is fucking
Chills right
tough.
now.
But at the time, I was like, I want to see her on stage.
Yeah,
You know what was
Give us
rough
more.
was the sad songs about Justin Bieber era.
Yeah.
sad. Yeah,
Someone
like
should have
Camouflage.
put the pencil down for
Yeah,
her.
that was
Like,
tough. That was tough. That was hard.
we don't got to be
She
singing
had
about
to
a blonde
express
guy.
herself. I get it, but it was always like, oh.
Why are you
Right.
as a man blonde? And why am I crying about you? You know, it's like we've got to.
I think Hailey Bieber lost and Selena Gomez won.
Absolutely.
I would
we
agree
don't
with
talk
that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit, I mean, not that Hailey Bieber's going to listen to this, so I don't really care.
sure.
But Hailey Bieber's a little bit on my shit list right now with
Oh,
her
wow.
whole, like, I mean, that whole brown glazed lip thing is pissing me off.
I didn't even see that. I don't know what that is.
Because, like, black and brown women have been doing, like, the, like, dark
Yeah,
liner
I
and
know
the
what
gloss
that is. So she's
for
taking that.
decades and have been, like, called many names
Yeah,
for
she's
this.
taking that now.
And she took it and called it, like, a brownie lip. And then on top of
brownie
that, her
lip.
outfits are bad. And you know it, Hailey.
Nepo baby.
So, yeah, Nepo baby. It's like, okay, outfits
The
aren't
Nepo
giving.
baby t-shirt.
Alec Baldwin? Haley
yeah,
Baldwin?
Alec
Okay,
Baldwin.
She's a part of the Baldwin family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alco Baldwin's her uncle. Stephen Baldwin's her dad.
Oh,
And did you
got
know
it, got
she
it.
was on forums, Justin Bieber fan forums, talking about like hyping up Selena and Justin Bieber's relationship when she was a kid? She was like,
Wow.
he's so hot and like she is so cool and I love them together.
Oh,
Wow.
that's
okay,
so
that kind of makes me.
embarrassing.
Ooh. That's
and,
embarrassing.
And
Yeah.
That makes me
it's
what?
like, ooh, it makes me, ooh.
Makes you ill?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
cringe.
why?
Cause then,
Because
like,
she's dating.
cause she's
Like,
not with him. She's like a fan. And
she was
then-
a fan. And now you're dating her
Oh.
man? Like,
Well, they broke up.
yeah, but it's just like
it's weird.
It's just like also to be a nepo baby in the fan forums is a little embarrassing.
Right, like, what are you
embarrassing,
doing with your
right,
Yeah,
time?
like
you know?
just use the connect. Like you don't you clear
Need it.
if you're a nepo baby that's famous with no real talent, it's like
you're
that's
insane.
embarrassing.
You're
okay,
insane. Like, I have- yeah.
For sure, for
Um,
sure. That's unfortunate.
That reminds me of like the picture because Austin Butler and Vanessa Hudgens dated for a while, and the picture of Austin Butler's now girlfriend Kaya Gerber
Yes.
at the age of like literally must have been 10 or
Yes.
11 or 12, meeting Vanessa Hudgens
Yeah,
and like
I've
getting
seen
an
that.
autograph. That's insane.
That's insane.
The industry and the way that dating works
Yeah.
must be insane. I'm not in it. Hopefully, we'll never be in that. You
Yeah.
know,
It does. It looks
spectrum
like
of
a
it.
nightmare. It looks like
because that's a nightmare. That's a
Yeah.
nightmare.
Chris Evans is dating someone new now.
Yeah,
some-
she's like
and
22
like
or something.
22. And
Or
no, she's
24?
20. No, she's older than that. She's 24 or 20.
And he's 42.
And he's 42.
I have a story
oh
from my
Okay.
vacation.
my
Oh, wow.
god!
Go ahead.
Yes.
So we were just, it was a full moon, and there was the resort was doing.
How every good story starts.
It was a full moon. I turned into a werewolf.
The
then
resort was
things
doing
got
a
crazy.
full moon celebration where they
Mhm.
had like telescopes and champagne and stuff. So we were all like, "Let's go!"
Yeah,
And we went,
absolutely.
and first of all, the telescope was not set up correctly, and they wouldn't let us touch it, so
Fucked
we
up.
weren't really actually getting to see the moon.
Incredible.
So that was
Fucked up.
annoying. Then the only other people who showed up to this full moon celebration besides our group was this couple.
Hmm.
And to paint a picture, the guy was dressed in the worst but least offensive outfit you've ever seen. So it was like a huge sweatshirt and then like really tight sweatpants and really colorful like sneakers that weren't, I don't know much about sneakers, but they weren't like cool sneakers,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And that was, he looked a little schlubby. She looked like hot, young,
Of course.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And she looked like my comment when I saw this outfit with her dress was like, that looks like a sorority recruitment dress that you bought your freshman year and you keep wearing it every year because you're not going to buy a new dress for it every year.
Right.
Yikes.
So it's like a pretty dress, but that's
all
a,
you
That's
can
all.
really.
That's all.
that's a 4-year-old
Yeah,
for
really trendy 4 years ago dress.
Yes.
So I was like, I'm curious about these people, whatever. We get to
Absolutely.
talking. Turns out he is like a pretty big DJ
Okay.
and also runs some sort of startup related
Of
to
course.
music.
Okay.
Of course he does.
And she is telling us how she's a dancer. She lives in LA, all this stuff.
Okay.
And she was talking to me and Xavier, and we were saying, you know, we're in the entertainment industry as well. And she was telling us, you know, I used to have this PR job, and now I just figured I need to like focus full time on dancing.
Mm.
Once we leave this conversation, all of us go and like look this guy up on Instagram and whatever, and look her up too. She is fully still in college. And when she was talking about her PR thing, one of our friends looked her up on LinkedIn. It was an internship, and she is like the president of her sorority. And I'm certain like it was all coming together so clear in my head. And he was like 40.
Oh.
And she said they met on Raya. And it really was all. And she was like, I am moving out of my house in
sorority house.
She's like, I'm moving out of my house in June and I'm looking for a place to live. Do you guys like your neighborhood? And we were like, oh, you live at like
You live in your sorority house.
Because she's like, I live in LA. Yeah.
No way.
And you're on this trip right now with your 40-year-old DJ boyfriend. So
And he wasn't cute.
no.
Amazing. Well, so
And she was like a hot blonde dancer, you know?
yeah.
22, 23-year-old.
22.
Yeah.
Those checks must be significant.
Those checks
you
must be
know?
significant.
A little trip to the
It
Caribbean.
does help. I get that Chris Evans is beloved and handsome.
Mm-hmm.
Because this guy is not beloved nor handsome.
This guy's not beloved nor handsome.
Yeah.
So and it's like I think that guys like that, they need to really get a clue, because Chris Evans is dating someone who's 25 and he's 42, and people were like, this is a little weird. We're going to push it off because it's Chris Evans, obviously, and it's clearly nothing strange. And also she's 25, so it's like not super weird. Like she's old enough like, to be able to make the decision, but it is still weird. If you don't look like Chris Evans, nor have the personality of Chris Evans,
What are you doing?
you have no business.
I
You have no business.
in 2023, like if I were to make like an in and out list, like in would be king shaming. Like I'm shaming that. I'm shaming
shaming
whatever
it. Is
it
that
is
a
that's going
kink?
on. It like in a way it is, because if you're 40 plus or 50, however old this guy was, and you are like literally sexually attracted and want to like have this relationship with someone in college,
Yeah.
Someone in college.
That's
to an
the
extent that's a
thing
kink.
to
Like
me.
you have like a
That's the
young
college.
older
College.
Yeah.
you have like an older, like a daddy type kink thing.
Yeah.
And like I'm gonna shame it in its execution.
I
I'm
agree
gonna
with
shame
that.
it.
I agree with that.
I think the daddy kink is fine. It's just don't like that's a kink. That's not a
Right.
That's dress up in the bedroom.
Yes, with someone of a normal, you know, like
Yeah.
outside of the sexual experience.
Yeah.
You should not be
Yeah.
still living it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Because
I
you can't
agree.
escape it, because it's not an act. It's like
'Cause it's
literally
not
just
an act.
really.
'Cause I
It's
think
truly
like
how you
age
feel
is
it.
one thing, but like phases of like the college to not
The
college.
college
is,
phase is hard. Like that's tough.
Even
That's
like
why I was-
us dating someone in college would be hard.
it would be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be weird, and that's why I'm like, I know that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's like,
If you didn't go to college with them and then graduate and like you're still together,
Yeah.
I think it's totally weird. Like
and it's like,
Right.
why do you not care about the stages of life that you're
Right,
in? You know,
exactly.
like
Why
why
do
do
you
you
like,
not
oh, well,
value
or
that
that's the stage of life that you're in mentally.
Right. Yeah.
and that's
that really could be
strange,
it.
and that's strange. So that is kind of questionable with the Chris Evans situation. But Chris Evans, I think, Chris Evans is different because she's dating someone who's not in college. She's like 3 years removed from college.
Yeah.
3
so
years.
you feel like
know?
that's different?
I feel a little weird about any like celebrity relationship that has that big of an age gap, because on top of the like thing where, you know, a lot of younger girls like get this sense of validation from an older man, you know,
Mhm.
being attracted to them, and like that they receive, like not on top of that, which is a little bit fucked up because that's like a power dynamic. He's
Yeah.
also Chris Evans. So it's like
Yeah.
in a lot of ways she's a little bit helpless in the situation,
Yeah.
and she doesn't fully, I think, I mean, I don't know. She's a grown woman, but it's like, it still just like is weird to me that
Yeah.
he's
I
not only
also
older,
think
but
it's
also a
weird.
celebrity.
I think that if it's like two random people who like meet and you like maybe they don't know the age or whatever and they happen to be an age
Yeah.
gap, and I think it's very different. But if you're Chris Evans dating like I don't know who this girl is, if she's like
She's a Portuguese actress.
okay, well she clearly like has less.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like,
But like
yeah. I'm like,
also,
yeah.
I don't know. Like I recently hooked up with someone who I didn't realize how much older than me he was, and then he mentioned that he graduated college in 2009, and I was like, oh what?
Whoa.
And I don't think he didn't necessarily.
Right.
I think he knew that I was younger than him, but he didn't know like.
Yeah.
And then I mentioned that I'm on my parents' health insurance, and he was like, "Whoa!"
Whoa.
You mentioned that he graduated in 2009, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Whoa!"
Yeah. And I think
Yeah,
that
that's-
like mutual shock there
That
is like
initial
good.
shock there is
It's like,
good. I
yeah.
feel like that's a very like green flag.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's like,
whoa.
That's like, you know,
Wasn't expected, but I feel like that's a little different.
It
I
is
feel like that's
different.
impossible
It's fully
to do with
different.
your Chris Evans.
Yes,
it's impossible to do when
It's impossible to do with your Chris
you
Evans.
are set to a
literally,
different
no,
standard
yeah,
if you're a
yeah.
celebrity. And you
Yeah.
just have to
and
understand
what if
that.
you're like if you're a girl and Chris Evans is like and you're into that
Even if you're not, and it's
if you're
Chris
into that, but,
Evans,
like, yeah,
you know, like
if you're into
just
Chris
a-
Evans is what I mean.
Yeah,
if you're into
Yeah.
if you think Chris Evans is hot and you're like somebody and Chris Evans is expressing interest in you, you're not gonna be like,
No.
Right.
no,
The age
like,
is a
this
little
age
yeah.
is a little,
weird.
you're gonna convince yourself that it's
Fine, yeah,
fine,
that it's
and
fine.
he's gonna reassure you that you're mature for your age and all this stuff, and it's gonna be you're gonna normalize
Billie Eilish stuff is.
I was
The
just
Billie
gonna bring up
Eilish
Billie
stuff
Eilish
is weird.
Yeah.
and she
That's what I think is.
'Cause
she's gonna learn it.
She's gonna learn.
She's
it
gonna
with
learn
time.
it. She has like
Yeah.
more or less like I see that she is like headstrong and like has a lot of personal agency.
Yeah.
It's just
It's just
unfortunate
wild
that she's
that
in
I
this
feel
situation.
like she has like an older brother, and I feel like he's
He,
not.
that's the question.
yeah,
Phineas,
yeah.
no,
I'm not gonna
Phineas-
speak on Phineas
But-
because I know too many people who know Phineas. I'm not gonna speak on Phineas.
That's so real. Wow.
I met him in real life because he was so his girlfriend Claudia.
Mhm.
I watched her on YouTube since I was like
Me
a
too.
child. Like I
tried Beyond
loved
Beauty
her.
Star. was-
She's way more important to me than he
yeah,
is.
she was mother.
Yes, but she is friends with someone who was on a comedy show that I was on,
Mhm.
and she and Phineas came to the show. And I was like, oh my God, Claudia, like, I love you.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Phineas, yeah, you have great he was like, yeah.
Phineas too.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know,
he
I just
posted
love
that
Phineas.
TikTok that was like, I'm not laughing at any of your videos telling your parents that people died.
I think
And then
Phineas-
someone like stitched it or whatever and was like, oh my God, Phineas dead at 33. And the person was like, oh my God, is Ferb okay? Or then I saw nothing. I was like, who is that?
That's
Like,
so
just like
funny.
coming at him,
Yeah, I don't
Um,
know. I've never. I don't. be
Anyway,
really
yeah, I
good
don't know.
with the Eilish family.
But yeah, I mean, I think, Billy's got like a lot
Billy's
of
got a
good
ton
people
of
around her because
she
I feel like
does.
I have a small degree of separation, and the people that I do know that are friends with her are good people. So I think that like
You know Billy's friends too.
sort of like I know them vaguely.
Yeah.
She's just so young, and it's like this guy left his
Yeah.
age appropriate, several many
Yeah.
years long partner who thought they were gonna get married.
Yeah.
For Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
She's gonna figure out that it's weird in time. It does
Yeah.
very much suck that it doesn't seem like anyone in her family is able to tell her anything. And I
Right.
get why though, because she's Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like I feel like there's just it's gonna be time, and she's gonna have to learn on her own because she's so famous, so young, and
Mhm.
so powerful, so young. Like
Mhm.
she's to be Billie. I mean, like probably like one of the most famous pop stars
Yeah,
in the world
absolutely
right now, and she's just turned 21. Has been one of the most famous pop stars in the
Mhm.
world since she was 19. It's like I'm gonna date whoever the fuck.
Do you
I
think that
want.
makes it a little
She's
bit different?
21. I thought she was younger than that.
She like
She's
just
21
turned
now.
21.
She just
Okay.
turned 21.
Like,
Like,
yeah,
I think
like
last week.
month.
'Cause
Yeah,
I remember
last
like
week,
I
yeah.
remember her turning 18 and people making videos.
Yeah,
Like,
that
yeah,
happened. She was
finally-
famous before. She was.
Yeah.
I was bugging. She was famous when she was 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like, whatever, I'm gonna date whoever the fuck I want. But then like if you like on Happier Than Ever was like about her getting groomed originally, the
Yeah.
original time. And it was like that she learned, I feel like she learned after the fact and then, dealt with it
Yeah.
and then made that album. I unfortunately feel like it's going to be the same situation with this.
Do you think
I also
that-
feel like the situation is he's using her to stay relevant.
Yeah, 'cause who the hell?
Because no one's listening
Who
to
the hell is it? I
Neighborhood
couldn't
like that.
pick him out of a lineup.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't
what
know
he looks
anyone
like.
what anyone from the neighborhood
So when-
looks like.
I cringed so hard when she was like, "I got the hottest."
Yeah,
fucker
like I
ever," and
pulled
was
that,
like,
in
"Ugh."
the interview. I'm like, I don't know who this scary man is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, everyone from the neighborhood is like kind of weird. I mean, not everyone probably, but another person from the neighborhood like just got like outed as like, I don't know if he was a sexual offender,
Oh,
but
I mean,
something of the sort. I'm like, okay, so
They all
this
are.
whole
They always
band's
are.
got some of that. Yeah, I mean, it's very hard. Like,
do you think
alternative
that
pop punk
her
music.
Billie Eilish being like so prolific and famous and powerful offsets the age thing? Because like age is but a number, and like the real root issue I think that we have with like these like older male, younger female relationships is the power dynamic that is
Yeah.
like imbalanced, and how the girls can be taken advantage of in ways that are like more subconscious.
Yeah.
Do you think that because Billie Eilish is more famous than him, has more power than him, and all this stuff, like it makes it less like of a dire situation? Like maybe that's why
Nah.
the people close
I
to
think
her.
that
Nah, I
she
don't
has
think
more
so.
power in a certain way,
think
but
she has
there
more-
is
yeah.
still like, she has not had a lot of her like childhood in this true way, and I think
Right.
there's
So true.
definitely like a taking advantage of like an innocence or like
That's
a,
so
Yeah,
true.
I
Yeah,
think at
she's
the-
so young.
At the end of
still.
the day, yeah, she can still be Billie Eilish and still be, but she's still 21.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's still like just turned 21 and that guy is in his 30s. And it's like, no matter how powerful she is, I think internally there's always going to be something in him that's like, if I do this, and this, I know how to like take
Yeah.
advantage of
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm
Missing out on her
saying?
childhood. That's
Yeah,
so true.
yeah,
'Cause she
yeah, you
grew
know.
up famous like so young.
Yeah. Grew up famous very, very young, and it's not shocking to me that she is dating people like this because
No.
she grew up she
Yeah.
grew up in Los Angeles, very, very rich, very famous. I mean, very, very rich family, I know.
Mhm.
And then eventually very famous family right after that, with Phineas being the producer that he is, and then Billie Eilish being her.
And she does
So-
seem mature. Like she's kind of leaned into like Olivia Rodrigo kind of leans into the youth.
The youth,
which
yeah.
she seems young to me. And
Yeah.
Billie Eilish has always seemed a little older.
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
me,
but
you know?
funny enough, they both do the same things, date older dudes, because Olivia Rodrigo is also dating older dudes.
Yeah, which is really weird.
Which is really
Yeah.
weird.
Which is really weird because her whole thing is being young and like
Yeah.
It's
It's
also
just
like,
getting her
I
driver's
think
license.
for her also it's like she was crying over like an immature boy, and then it's like, okay, I'll date him, but that's not the
right,
solution.
that's
not
gonna
the
fix the
solution.
problem.
It's like,
yeah.
yeah,
That's not the solution.
Yeah.
That wasn't the problem.
That wasn't-
That wasn't the problem. In fact, it kind of seemed like there wasn't really an issue in Olivia Rodrigo's situation. It kind of seemed like it was just a relationship that didn't
It was
work.
just yeah.
You know, like there wasn't like
sorry, Olivia.
yeah,
it
there
was
was
just a bad
that was just a
relationship.
bad. I
and
mean,
that's fair. It's a lot. It's okay to be
yeah, and it's okay to be
devastated.
heartbroken
Yeah.
and sad about that, and you know,
Make your
and
money. Write
made
those
a great art.
songs, you
Make
know?
great art. I really
Yeah,
do love
I
that
love
album.
that
I feel like
album.
that album is
Yeah.
incredible. But
Yeah,
it's
the
still
solution
weird.
is not just an immature older guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Because if they're dating you, then they're
They've
not
got
as
some-
mature as
Yeah.
you need them to be.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
that's what the difference in age is. I feel like it's like get someone who is your age.
Yeah, there's so many people.
There's so
There's so many people.
There's
You're
so many
Olivia
people.
Rodrigo.
especially
You
when you're
can't-
that young.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you
That
can't
young.
tell me that.
You're
you have to
Olivia
go 20
Rodrigo.
20
like
years
you
younger.
I
could
think it's
pull
also
anyone.
like really normalized for a lot of people that like their parents have like huge age gaps and stuff. But my parents
Yeah.
were born 6 months apart, so
Yeah.
I like was way
Right,
after
for
me,
sure.
like-
Yeah, my
yeah.
family, my parents were born a year apart.
Yeah,
so I'm
mine
like,
aren't super like a couple years. like,
Yeah, so I don't know. You know, I it's just you
I
can
only
tell.
have to remember 1 year.
yeah,
Mm,
that's incredible.
that's so
'cause,
real.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't remember my parents. I'm the year
Sorry,
apart. and
guys,
I'm
I
like,
don't remember.
I
the
just
year
be
that you
forgetting
guys
the
were
year
born.
that they were born. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I don't know. It's just it's certainly interesting. It's certainly like weird. I think regardless of how much power Billie Eilish has, I think the neighborhood guy is a freak for doing
Yeah.
that. I think he's a freak for doing that.
Yeah, it's just like, why can't you get a woman your own age?
why? And
Like,
it's like
I remember in high school, I had a huge crush on this guy who was a senior when I was a sophomore, and I remember like him rejecting me. We were like We were love interest in the
Ooh.
play.
Oh, I know,
Oh, that's how it
Yeah.
starts.
That's an iconic.
That's always
Yeah.
how it starts.
And I remember him like rejecting me IRL. And then my senior year, he went to college pretty close by, and he came back to assistant director our play, and then like kept trying to like make moves on me. And I was like, you had a shot.
You had
Now-
your chance.
now-
Yeah, and now I'm older.
Now you're in college and you can date women in college, and
Yes.
I'm in high school and I'm interested in dating people in high school.
Yeah.
And that's that on
Yeah.
that. So yeah.
And it was weird that why did he reject you that first time and then
Yeah, because you tried.
yeah,
college
and then you
people,
cried
and
with
then
college people and then realized you couldn't do it. Is that what the
Yeah,
problem
that's
was?
exactly
So
what
now
it
you're like,
was.
I gotta reach back into the well of high
Yeah.
schoolers. That's
Yeah.
odd.
Yeah.
That's odd. You know, and I don't know what the neighborhood's guy was like about to be engaged to somebody who was age appropriate.
Yeah, Devin Lee Carlson, who's like an influencer, and she makes like the phone case brand Wildflower.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
like
wow.
the
Yeah,
owner
I
of
know
that
them.
company, and she's younger than him, but she's I don't know how
Not
old he
much.
is, but it's not like that.
Oh, I feel like
And
didn't-
people really referred to them as like a very cute couple. Like
yeah.
they were in there. I've seen a lot of TikToks of her like looking back. They look like her talking about it in interviews and being like, yeah, like I see us getting married and having kids, and it'll be like great. And then just a few months later,
Right. It's just like if you didn't want to be with her, I guess that's fine, but it's weird for you to
That's messy
to-
as hell.
It's why go date a 21-year, especially like is it
Also,
Billie Eilish?
Claudia has been doing like collabs with Wildflower for like the past 2 decades or something.
Claudia also looks just like Billie. And
Claudia, I say this, I keep saying this, and there's like a small niche of the internet that like doesn't believe that that doesn't believe that, but they look the same.
Isaiah's looking.
Yeah, I'm
her
looking it
right
up now. Wait,
Like-
what's her name?
Look up a picture of them together. Just look up Claudia and Billie Eilish. That's all you
They
need.
look the same.
The whole internet thinks this.
Oh, whoa.
She's just a brunette. Billie has dark hair now
wow,
too. They have the
that's-
same smile and the same eyes.
They do. Oh, this is crazy. Oh yeah, he's insane. So he literally. Oh, that makes it really weird.
dating an
That makes it
age-appropriate version of his
Yeah, he was
sister.
like he.
At least it's age appropriate.
Yeah, at least it's age appropriate and not incest.
That's so odd.
Yeah.
That's strange.
But
I
you
don't
know what? This is to say, if you have a weird kink like that, you can do it in a healthy way.
You
like
can do it in a
Phineas
healthy
You
way.
can do it in a healthy way.
Exactly.
You can
Exactly.
definitely
Because
do it
that
in a
is
healthy
literally
way.
technically so normal and legal on paper.
Yeah.
The way that it's being executed. It's all about the
It's all about the
execution.
execution. It's
know?
like
Be normal about it.
I don't know. Yeah. it's-
Find a girl your age that looks young. If you really want to. There's a lot of
Really,
youthful
there's a
looking
lot of
women,
youthful
a lot of
looking-
baby faced women.
Yes.
Find one.
Get a girl who's been applying her sunscreen.
Right. And, gua shawing.
Yes.
The neighborhood dude needs to find a 30-something-year-old woman who's been
It's just
sunscreening
like,
it up.
what are y'all talking about? Like, I don't like with the, it's just like, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, cause like we're at our age, it's like, I can tell when I'm speaking to somebody who is younger than the age of 21, even 22. I would say 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying
Also,
I could
Billie
tell.
Eilish couldn't legally drink in like where are you taking this girl on dates? Like
Where?
Right.
Where? To your house.
She's probably getting into anywhere because she's Billie
Oh,
Eilish.
because she's
that's
bad.
true.
Because she's
But-
Billie
And
Eilish.
getting
But
into
still.
the VIP section.
but that
still.
happens all the time when it's like why would you why
Which
would
is
you
why
do
also I
that?
feel like these relationships are like very just like father-daughter like, because the only thing I can imagine that you're talking about ad nauseum are like giving her life advice, feeling like a life coach,
I think
like
he's probably
wisdom.
talking about himself.
yeah, talking
Yeah,
about like,
just
oh,
talking about
I've done
She's
this
like, oh
and
my
this
god,
and
that's
this.
so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
I hope she is okay. I hope that she, gets out of it safely. And I hope that, eventually, she can turn it into, if it's what she wants, like maybe turn it into art or something at some
Yeah.
point in time.
Mhm.
But it definitely does suck. It's definitely weird. I don't want to be like, oh, dude, we're going to get a great album out of this someday, because I don't really feel like that's worth it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I love Happier Than Ever, the album. I would have rather her not been groomed. Like, you know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, Happier.
Driver's license is worth it.
Driver's license was worth
Yeah.
it. It's like, okay, that
Driver's
break,
license was
you know
worth
what I'm
it.
saying? That breakup
And
was
we've
worth
all
it.
recognized your relationship wasn't
Yes.
Yeah.
that bad. It was just a relationship.
It was just a relationship that
I
ended,
feel
and that sucks.
confident.
You just were really sad, and that's okay.
And that's
Right.
good.
And that's good.
That's
That teaches you
normal.
things.
That's normal. That's
Yes.
human. That's
Yes.
natural. That's totally fine. I would if I could choose between having Happier Than Ever versus Billie Eilish getting groomed, I would choose. Billie Eilish not getting groomed. I would choose Billie Eilish not getting groomed. So it kind of sucks to watch it happening another time, knowing that we are probably going to get a very good album from this relationship that we're seeing currently.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's kind of.
Or we don't, or it fucks her over so
Or
bad.
fucks her
she
over. You
can't.
know what I'm
Something
saying?
else,
It's like,
yeah.
and that would suck. That would really
I-
suck.
I'm kind of wanting some happier albums from people. One of my favorite musical artists is Lizzie McAlpine, and
Yeah, shout out to
she's
Lizzie McAlpine.
released a lot of really sad music that has resonated with me in my past bad
Me too.
relationships so well. And right now, she's dating one of my friends who is
Incredible.
a incredible person,
Yes.
and their relationship, I'm sure, is amazing.
Mm.
And I can't wait for that happy
For that album.
because
That's gonna be fun.
I want to hear some music. I want the option to listen to some music that doesn't make
For
me
sure.
depressed.
Yeah.
And I think Lizzie's going to give us that.
I'm excited for
And I
Billie,
want
yeah.
Billy to maybe, you
And I would
know,
love for a Billie happy
make
album.
some.
Yeah, I would love for
yeah.
Billie. You know who did that? Lord did that.
Yes.
But
People
everyone
did
was
not like
hating
that.
on it.
People did not like it.
I love that album.
People did not
like
I
it.
because
Okay.
it came out when I was in my healing era, or
That's
not
so
yet,
real.
not yet. I was exiting a bad relationship,
Mhm.
and once I got out of it, I was like, slay. She's
Yeah.
on the beach doing shrooms all day. Good for her.
Good,
Good
for
for
her.
her. Good
I need
for
a good
her.
for her.
I want to
album,
get there.
You know? Yeah.
For sure. I listened to Solar Power one time when I was super high outside doing exactly what she
Mhm.
talks about on it. And I was like, this is an incredible album. Never revisited it again. But I
Mhm.
do think that one listen was pretty incredible.
My coworker in like late 2021, I think this was, he was just a very calm, measured person, and I was like, I'm obsessed with your energy.
Mm.
And he was like, I love Lord Solar Power. And so after
Wow.
that, I started listening to it whenever I was walk around
I should listen to it again.
town. And also there's a lot of, like LA references kind of
Yeah.
in there, so it's fun. Solar Power came out on my birthday, and I was like really excited for something, and it was not what I expected, so it
Mm.
was an initial letdown, but I think there's some gems on there.
There's some gems on there. Yeah.
I think we just expected something different than
Yeah.
what we were gonna get.
course.
And that's always a very interesting like place to be as a fan because you want to support and I'm happy that Lord is in a place to be able to release an album like Solar Power. Like I think that's pretty incredible. I gotta listen to Solar Power again. I really don't know why I never revisited it. I don't know why I never revisited it because literally the first listen I was out in a hammock and I was like looking up and I was so high and I was like just like looking up at the sky, like looking up at the trees and shit. Fucking that album was perfect. I mean, it was perfect. It was like
Yeah.
a really like
Mhm.
perfect moment in time. And I don't know why I never went back to it. I never went back to it, but I do believe like in sad music. I do like sad music a lot.
I'm not really into sad. I'm more into angry.
I was just going to
I'm
say,
angry. I love
music.
angry music. I love angry
Like
music.
SZA talking about killing her ex.
yeah.
And his
I-
girl.
That-
You know the day when you go from sad to angry, that's such a blessed day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like a pivotal. Everyone remembers where you were in that exact moment.
Because anger's
Yeah.
fuel.
Anger's fuel, and anger is truly
Anger powers cars. Anger is the next
renewable.
renewable energy resource.
I could power the entire city of LA.
Every therapist would disagree with this incredibly.
Here's the thing: is that I think that I am not really an angry person. I don't get angry, so I
yeah.
think that my therapist would be like, "Get angry."
Ah,
I think she would
okay.
be like,
I'm too
"Good for you,
forgiving."
be
Yeah.
angry."
Yeah,
Exactly.
Because I remember in my last breakup, I was like, "How come he gets to be angry and I have to be sad?" And she's like,
Yeah.
"You're allowed to be angry," but I just like
Mm.
couldn't get there.
Yes.
And then I got there, and it was like,
and it was
Female
nice.
rage.
Female
you know,
rage.
like we need it.
Yeah.
Females are too forgiving
men
because
men have a lot of rage.
Men have a
That's
lot
sad.
of rage. That's like all of like pop punk. It's all pop punk music.
Yeah, it's all they do.
and women punk that comes from women is incredible.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
incredible. Bikini Kill is an
Yeah.
incredible band.
Okay.
And they
That's why I
yeah.
also think Olivia Rodrigo's album goes so hard. She's like sad, angry the whole
She's
time,
sad,
and it's
angry
like
the whole
a
time.
yeah.
teenage girl just existing as a
Yeah.
teenage girl is already so infuriating.
Yes.
Right.
And she's
It's
just
like-
singing
That's why I thought it was beautiful.
Good
I thought
for
it was
you
beautiful.
and brutal.
Good for you and brutal. I was
Yes. I love when women are angry and not villainized for it.
Yeah.
And like they are, because there's a lot of men who just like think that that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
But it's like
that's what people were saying
that's
about
nice to hear.
Scissors. I mean, like you said, like to your point.
yeah, not that specific song. I understand that's not what she's singing about, but like the whole album as a whole.
The whole
people are
album as a whole,
this
people are
is
like, oh,
immature,
it's so immature. She needs to go. I'm like, the album's not an advice column. The album
No.
is her feelings about her relationship, a relationship she clearly misses, and you know, is very clearly upset about it being over. So she deserves to want to that. To be able to be upset.
I think a lot of the time, like, I feel like people have pitted, like, Taylor Swift and Kim are the new, like, Marilyn Monroe and Jackie Kennedy reversed in this society, where, like, one is, like, the more acceptable kind of cookie cutter white bread version, and one's the more, like, sexualized version. But I think they're both, like, their kind of whole careers have been defined by response to men being upset with them for being like angry or being emotional about things that have happened to them. And I think that's why it's so easy to root for both of them, even when they like don't like each other.
They don't like each other?
Well, with the Kanye was in between them. But I don't know now.
I'm about to say, I'm like, what's stopping them now?
Why don't they should kiss.
They should. 2023. Jacob like that one.
I think they should kiss too.
I think, more
right?
people should just kiss. Not people, specifically, you know, hateful women.
Yeah.
Because it's like...
They should kiss on their private jet while letting fossil fuels out into the universe. But instead of fossil fuels, it's my anger.
Yeah. No, it literally
That would be
powered
good.
by... You're on the bottom of the plane, just... like, just being mad, like, yelling. It's like the plane somehow flying.
That's the world I want to live in.
That's the world I want to live in. I would feel so sustainable. That's sustainable as fuck.
That's sustainable energy. That's renewable energy.
Those are our
right there.
queens. Those are our queens.
Those are queens.
Running on sustainable energy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Anger. I'm normalizing anger because, like, I'm not an angry person. I am very forgiving.
Female anger.
And
female
That's
anger.
why I want to see Kim go off on Kanye so... I know she's never going to do it, but I want to see it. I want to see it so
She'll
bad.
never do it. Yeah, that would be... I feel like if now's the most time, like, you should be able to, because he's a Nazi.
Yeah.
So it's like, you should be able to go off on a Nazi.
Yeah.
You should be able to say whatever the fuck you want about
Did you see the video of her in North?
Yes.
Where North
Yes.
was on?
Yeah, it was funny. That was funny.
Incredible.
That was hilarious. I fucking hate Kanye West, man.
Yeah.
I hate Kanye
Yeah.
West. I hate that guy. He
needs to be
ruined
put away.
everything.
Yeah.
He needs to
ruined
be put
everything.
away somewhere.
Yeah. I'm tired of it.
It's
far
upsetting. It's anger inducing, one might say.
It's anger inducing,
my
one might
anger's
say,
inducing
and I would encourage the
My
women to
anger's
be angry
powering the
about it.
lights
Yeah.
and electricity.
Yeah.
in this
And men.
room.
Anyone should be angry about
Everyone
that.
should be angry at Kanye, though. Men should relax with all the being angry, because we've been angry a
Yeah.
lot of the times, and a lot of the
Yeah.
times that leads
Men
to
should be sad
terrible
more.
shit. Yeah,
And
men
women
should be
should be
sad more
angry
and
more.
feel their feelings.
Men should be sad more, women should be angry more. Yes, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And we shouldn't villainize either one. We shouldn't demasculize men for being sad. We shouldn't.
Yeah,
We
villainize
should say
women.
yay.
Especially
When men
shouldn't.
cry, we should be like, oh, that's
Yes,
awesome.
That's awesome.
We should be like,
Yeah.
yay.
That's
This is
incredible.
good.
Yay.
You know?
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Men's tears and women's screams will save the environment and keep LA from going under in this climate change, and we can still be here.
That was beautiful.
That was beautiful.
To make it full circle.
That was beautiful.
Wow,
Men's
that was
tears
beautiful.
and women's
Men's
screams.
Tears and women's
And if you're
screams.
non-binary, do them both.
and do them both.
Do them both.
Exactly.
Do whatever you've done.
Or
less of
neither,
in your
whatever
life.
works for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do something though.
that was
Whatever you were
beautiful.
raised to not
Non-binary
do.
giggles. I want to hear y'all non-binary giggles. That's
Giggles.
I want to hear y'all non-binary giggles. All right. That's men's tears,
Your
women's
hee-hees and your
screams,
ha-has.
and non-binary's hee-hees and hee-haws. I want to hear the non-binary giggles. Let me hear them. You know. And you know, and you can do. All right. Is there something you want to tell us? All right. Hearing a lot of
Too
giggling
much
over there.
giggling over there. You said non-binary giggles. Now you laughing all of a sudden. What the fuck is going on with
Like,
you?
all right, heard you loud and clear.
No,
Heard you loud
no.
and clear. But that being said, if you want to do
shit.
some giggling, crying, and screaming, you should become a Patreon of this podcast.
Become a Patreon.
Patron on the Patreon. You should become either a Baroque girl, Baroque princess,
Become
or
a Baroque
queen.
girl, a Baroque queen.
Because princess
support the
and queen
podcast.
to me are gender neutral terms.
Yeah.
I'm calling everybody princess and queen, unless you don't want me to. But like to me, that's so neutral. So become a Baroque girl, princess, or queen.
Yes. Absolutely.
The 3 tiers,
The
and then
3
you
tiers.
get bonus content like a real talk for the princesses and a special video every month
Special video on YouTube.
for the queens.
For the queens.
Royal treatment. You get to tell us what to do once a
Royal
month.
treatment.
The royal
Yeah.
treatment. Yes. It's
So you
incredible
know,
stuff.
come and support so we can keep
Keep the lights
giggling
on.
and keep the lights
So we
on,
can keep
because
the lights on.
Yamini's rage isn't gonna keep the lights on
Yamini's rage
forever.
isn't
You know,
gonna-
like we need some money.
God willing, one day it will.
God willing, it will-
God willing,
But
one day it
until
will.
then, we
Angela.
need your dollars.
But
so
until then, we need your dollars. So yes,
help
subscribe
us
to the
out.
Patreon. Yes. Thank you so much for coming
this
on.
has been
today.
lovely.
Thank you for having me.
This has been such
Yeah.
a
It was a
beautiful
great
episode.
time.
And
It
do you
always
have
is with
anything
you
to
two.
plug with?
I mean, you can just follow me on social media. I'm Show Me the Yams on everything, YAMZ.
Mm-hmm.
And my podcast is coming back very soon. It's
What is it called?
Pillow Fight.
Pillow
and
Fight.
We talk about world news and pop culture and like play sleepover games. So it's like
my
Oh, that's
gosh,
fun.
That's so
Fuck, Marry,
cute.
Kill, but like with headlines, you know.
Are
What?
you the only host, or is there
It's
someone
just me, and then I always have a guest.
amazing?
Or 2 or
Can
3.
we come on? Yeah.
Yeah, I would love
We
to
gotta
have
the
you
Baroque
Wow.
Girls
guys.
on.
Yeah.
Baroque girl
Wow.
collab. Yeah.
This is
Yes.
beautiful.
This is
so
amazing.
beautiful.
It's been a
Can't wait.
year hiatus, and so I'm
coming back.
Yay.
on.
back. Yeah,
Exciting.
I signed
That's
to a network,
exciting.
and I had to do a lot of like backlogging content.
Yeah.
Stuff like getting things rolling and all this stuff. But
Mhm.
new year,
Yay.
new content.
Yay.
So, yeah, you
Oh
can
my
look forward to
gosh.
that.
That's
and then yeah, just follow me, and I post a lot of stuff there because that's that's the world these
That's the
days.
world.
That's how we
these
keep
days.
the lights on.
That's how we keep the
Exactly.
lights
Stuff.
on, is by
Posting stuff
stuff
and screaming.
Yeah.
and screaming.
Yeah.
Men's tears, women's screams. Right?
Yeah.
Non-binary giggles.
And non-binary giggles.
I'm Maria Small.
And I'm Isaiah Washington.
I'm Yamini Nambimbadom, and we're breaking bro.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.